Welcome to Lothar's Guitar School and a tutorial on how to reharmonize and play a jazzy version of the traditional Christmas song Silent Night. And before I explain it, let's listen to it. Let's look at the melody first. It's in 3/4 time, it's in the key of C, and I play it in open position as I would teach it any beginning student. And I play it straight, no embellishment, no rhythmic alterations, just the traditional way. And if you look at the notation, you'll see all the fingers are indicated, the strings are indicated, and if you want a PDF of this chart, yes, just write to me at lotharsguitarschool@gmail.com and I'll send it to you for free. So now let's listen to the melody alone first. Now let's check how I did the reharmonization. So the song in original traditional style has just the C major, the dominant, the G7, and the F major as a subdominant. And we work around those sounds, the tonic, the subdominant, and the dominant, and substitute it with jazz chords. So that first C major 7, we already make it a 4-part chord. We make it a C major 7. And the rhythm I use is a typical Jazz Waltz. And in the beginning, at the end of the first bar, on the 3 we have a G, and I substitute that with a dominant. So put a G7 sharp 5 in there, so it sounds like. So that's already the first line. The second line now goes to the dominant. And in jazz we very often don't have just the dominant, we have a 2/5. We have the subdominant, the D minor 7 in this case. And going to the G7 and then to the C6 in this case. Because there's a C in the melody and that would, C major 7 would clash, so we use the C6. Now we want to go to the subdominant, the F. So I put a C7, the dominant of the subdominant in there. So that's a C7 there. Now going to the F major 7. Instead of a regular triad, we use the F major 7. Which then goes back to the C, but I go to a substitute of the tonic, an upper structure, to the E minor 7. Yes, E, G, B and D, which is like C major 7 without the C. And to get there, I take a dominant of that. So I take the B7 flat 9, because that fits nicely. The C is in the melody. Back to the C7. F major 7 again. And now I go to the A7 flat 9, because that leads back to my dominant, actually my 2-5. So A7 flat 9 goes to the D minor 7. I use a G7 flat 9 just as a tension, put the F9 in there. It's not in the melody. And again, don't go to the C. I go to the relative minor, which is A minor 7. And that minor is followed by a major, by a dominant 7th chord. So that's a 2-5 again. Though it doesn't resolve, I use a D9, because the 9 is in the melody, the E. Back to the A minor 7, which is a tonic chord again. And now I have a passing diminished 7th chord going to the D minor 7, which is again my 2-5, now in 1 bar. And I go to an F as a deceptive resolution, and then to C6-9. That's how I came up with the chords for the reharmonization, and now let's listen to it together. Now let's put it together, the more or less traditional melody with the jazz reharmonization, and you can play that with a pretty beginning student of guitar playing the melody and a more advanced student of the jazz harmony, and you can have fun together. Let's listen to it together. Just for the sake of completion, I'll show you what it would sound with a traditional accompaniment. We use the very same melody we had before, but put now a traditional accompaniment underneath. I use a C major chord and play the root, the G string, and the 2 top strings. So it's kind of like this. Then move to the G7. Back to C, and then to the F, and then back to the C. Those are the 3 chords you need, and now let's listen to it, what it would sound together. Okay, this was a jazzy tutorial on the traditional Christmas song Silent Night. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you soon at Lothar's Guitar School again. Take care and bye-bye.